In Washington today, with the nation as its audience, the Congressional Black Caucus took a knee, as the saying goes, to set the stage for their unveiling of a sweeping police reform bill.
We're here because Black Americans want to stop being killed.
The Justice in Policing Act would make it easier to prosecute officers for brutality, track police misconduct with the new national registry, and set new standards for training and use of force.
The chokehold is a procedure that is unnecessary, unacceptable, uncivilized, unconscionable, and un-American. This legislation will make it unlawful.
Many of the initiatives have been introduced before, after the deaths of Eric Gardner, Sandra Bland, and Tamir Rice.
The Justice in Policing Act establishes a bold, transformative vision of policing in America.
Los Angeles Congresswoman Karen Bass chairs the Black Caucus. She says although the phrase defund the police is being used to describe police reform, that doesn't mean they're calling for all police to turn in their badges and walk away.
Now, I don't believe that you should disband police departments, but I do think that in cities, in states, we need to look at how we are spending the resources and invest more in our communities. So one of the things that we have in the bill is a way to provide grants to community-based organizations around the country so people can begin to say, what is public safety in our community? What do we want to see? Maybe this is an opportunity to re-envision public safety.
Today, while hosting law enforcement officers at the White House, President Trump was critical of Democrats for their calls to shrink the scope of police duties in the aftermath of George Floyd's death, what he calls defunding the police.
There won't be defunding, there won't be dismantling of our police.
CNN is reporting some White House aides are addressing whether or not the president should address the nation with some solutions of his own.
I believe you're going to be hearing from the president this week on this topic in some detail.
The president's approval rating slipped 7 points in the last month, according to a new CNN poll, and 63% of adults disapprove of his handling of race relations in the country. 65% say his response to the protests have done more harm than good. The president once said all negative polls are fake news, dismissed the numbers by claiming CNN polls are as fake as their reporting. But the poll showed that Americans now believe race relations is as big of a campaign issue as health care and the economy. In turn, President Trump's campaign is focusing on Democrats who've advocated for defunding police departments while Trump portrays himself as the law and order candidate. In an exclusive interview with CBS News, presumptive Democratic nominee for President Joe Biden said he supports police reform, but he takes issue with the slogan, defund the police.
I don't support defunding the police. I support conditioning federal aid to police based on whether or not they meet certain basic standards of decency and honorableness and in fact are able to demonstrate they can protect the community and everybody in the community.
The move to defund the police is gaining support in Minneapolis, where members of the city council have a veto-proof majority to potentially make it happen. But Minneapolis City Council President Lisa Bender told CNN, while city leaders will take a year to examine new ways to provide safety to their residents, that doesn't mean they plan to get rid of the police department altogether.
Yes, we still have a police department today. We have had a police department for 150 years. So as we look forward into the future, the answer is yes, absolutely. If something is happening, there needs to be someone to call.
So we all know that words matter. So when you hear defund the police, you need to find out exactly what that person or institution is talking about, at least at this point in terms of municipalities across the country and involving this democratic effort at the federal level. It does not mean getting rid of police altogether, but rather taking some of the funding they have been getting in the past and finding new ways to use it to try to keep these communities safe.